Hello there everyone, and welcome back to another one of my videos for my lovely layers series here at Altenew. Today I'll be showing you how you can create some fun unconventional layers by using colors, and I'll be focusing on the brush and fine tip pen sets from Altenew, and I'll be using Zanzibar, Tahitian, Terrace and islands of Fiji. So sit back and enjoy. So here are the products we'll be using. So I've got the 3 different brush and fine tip pen sets. I've chosen a lovely stamp set. I have the soft blossoms, and I've got some white cardstock, which I'm going to pop onto my stamp wheel. The first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to stamp my image onto my cardstock. I would advise you to use a kind of whimsical image like this one, which has lots of white space in it. And I'm going to use a stippling technique with my pens. I'm going to start with Baby Pink, which is from the Zanzibar collection, and I'll be also using some Coral Berry, which is from the Tahitian Terrace collection, as well as some Rubellite from that same collection. So I'm going to be using the finer tip, and I'm going to start with my darkest shade and just stipple in some color in the petals where I think the darker shade would be in real life. So I'm just adding my little stipples all over my petals. You could just use one color and go with very, very dense stipples or stippling in the centers, and then just as you work your way out to the outer edges of the pencil, lessen the density of the stipples. Or you can do as I'm doing here, just use 3 different shades to create that shading. So here I'm going in with my Coral Berry, sorry, and adding in some more little stipples, and then I will add the final and lightest color, which is Baby Pink. And you can always go in and add a darker shade if you think it isn't coming out too much. And I will do this for all the flowers, and I will also do the same for the lovely leaves. This is a great way of adding some fun detail and making something a little bit different and not just coloring in the usual way. For my leaves, I'm using bamboo from islands of Fiji and grass fields as well. So there you have it, the first card is almost done. I really love this look of this stippled effect, and it's something really different to usual coloring. So all we have to do now is add a little sentiment, and we've finished our card. And you can make lots and lots of different color variations using this technique. Let's hop on over to our second card, and I'm going to create kind of a layered look with 2 colors. Not necessarily lay the colors on top of each other, but you will get a kind of layered effect. I'm using Caribbean Sky and As You Write from the Islands of Fiji set. I'm going to pop my cardstock onto my stamp wheel, and usually these stencils will stick to the stamp wheel as well, but this one has just got a really fine design, so I did add a little bit of tape just to make sure. And I'm going to start using my darker shade and just coloring in these lines, and I'm trying to do every other line, and then the others I will fill in with the lighter shade. So I'm just going to work my way over the whole stencil. If you're using a stencil, use a stencil like this, which doesn't have too many fine little pieces which could move around. All of the pieces here are held together, which makes sure that the stencil doesn't move around. And I am using the brush tip here, and as I press on it, it really goes over those lines, so that makes it a lot easier as well. And we're not going for like this really straight, crisp look. We do want a kind of artsy look to this. So I'm just going to finish coloring all of those darker shades, and then I'm going to go in with with the lighter shade. Now I would like to know, what are your favorite techniques to use with these pens? I think these would work really well in a journal, or even if you're a planner person. I think these are really great pens to use. together our card, I'm going to use some slim washi tape. This one is as you write, so it matches the colors perfectly. And this will set off my little thin die here as well as my sentiment. So I'm just going to stamp my sentiment onto some white cardstock and then just cut out a little strip. And then all I have to do is assemble all of the different pieces. So there we have it. Just going to pop some double-sided sticky tape on that, and that's going to hold down the thin die onto the card. Now let's start with our last card, which is probably one of my favorites. I've been preparing a Zentangle class for my students at school for one of our cultural days, and so I've been doing a lot of Zentangling, if that's a verb. And so I thought it'd be nice to translate that into a card using these lovely pens. So I've divided up my card base, drawing a rough rectangle around the edges and then kind of dividing the middle part up and just making sure that all the lines come together in the center approximately. And I'm going to add different designs, different patterns to these sections. And for the first one, I'm just really using this lovely shade of orange, which is called burnt red. And I'm just drawing some circles and then coloring those in. Now, the lovely thing about Zentangle is that there is no wrong, no right. You just draw away, and it's kind of a method to relax a little bit and to keep your mind busy and not think about your hectic day, for example. I love doing this on a bit of scrap paper when I'm a bit too nervous or things like that. It really does help me. So here, as you can see, I've got this lovely spotted or dotted design, which is really easy to do and everyone can do it. And then once I finish that design, I will work on my other designs. And I'm going to use oranges and blues. And once again, I'm going to go in with this lovely dark blue, the same color I used on the previous card, which is As You Write. And I'm just changing up the design a little bit. I'll also be using Snapdragon, which is the lighter orange color here. So if you need a little bit of relaxation, you can just watch me doodle away. To make sure that my sentiment pops off the card, once again I'm going to create a background, but instead of using the slim washi tape, I'm just going to use that lovely dark blue and use a circle die just to cut out a circle element, and then I can pop my sentiment on top. So there you have it, lots of fabulous ideas using these fun pens from Altenew. I do hope you give them a try. If you've got any comments or any questions, just pop them in the comment section and I will be more than happy to answer them. Thank you so much for following me in this a little bit longer video, but I do hope you enjoyed it and that you've got some fun ideas to work with. I'll see you very soon with more inspiring ideas for Altenew. Have a lovely day and I'll see you very soon. Bye bye.
Hey there, Lydia here. I really do hope that you've just enjoyed the video. If so, please subscribe to the Altenew YouTube channel. Also, turn on the notification bell so you can get your daily dose of crafty techniques and tutorials just like this. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.